Hey guys, it's Callum here from Forest Fan JR, and as you can tell by the tone of my voice and the title, yeah, invalid click activity thing is still not solved, and it's just incredibly annoying and frustrating to have to try and deal with now. So yeah, I figured I may as well update you guys on what's happened since the last video, which honestly isn't that much, and then also give you pretty much the full story. I'm going to give you the full story basically. The full story of what's been going on regarding this, which dates back to February. So, end of February up to today. Yeah. Well, let's not waste time. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get straight into this. Okay. So this started on February the 26th when we got an email from YouTube that told us that our AdSense account was temporarily disabled after they detected invalid activity, and that it would be re-enabled after 30 days. Now, that was the day we received the email, but we didn't actually see it because back then we didn't really check our email all that much. We just saw it. We just saw all videos were demonetized. So it was like, oh, wait, what's going on? So we filed an appeal because we were confused. We had no idea what to do. And then on the 28th of February, they replied to the appeal saying that, or basically saying it was only a suspension for 30 days and all we could do was pretty much just wait it out. So that's what we do, we just wait it out. And sure enough, March 27th, we got an email back telling us the suspension was lifted and we can now put ads again. But they also give us a warning saying if they detected invalid activity again, they would take further action, and I quote, such as permanently disabling your account in order to protect our advertising ecosystem. What an advertising ecosystem actually is, I don't know. But, yeah, there you go. Now, a couple of months pass, nothing really major happens. And then we come to June the 22nd, 2016. Which is when we receive an email from YouTube telling us that they detected invalid activity again and the AdSense account got disabled. Now, off the top of our head at first, we only thought it was again for like a month. Yeah, we just thought it was going to be for a month again, so we just thought, well, we might just sit it out and just wait it out again, just see if it gets retracted or something. And that's what we did. In the meantime, reading the email, the email that they sent telling us about this, they said, and this is in quote here, "We are limited in the amount of information we can provide about your specific violation. We understand that you may want more information about your account activity. However, in order to protect our proprietary detection systems, we are unable to provide further details." End quote. And again, they told us that we could appeal. However, we didn't appeal. Instead, 8 days later, on June the 30th, vlog 32 is made where we discuss this, and as a backup, we set up the second channel, FFJR, which can be found in the description below. But yeah, let's just analyse that statement quickly. Limited in the amount of information we can provide about your specific violation. The only information they provided for us was that demonetisation had happened, they disabled AdSense on our account, and that we could appeal. That's all they told us. We didn't know anything about invalid click activity, we didn't know what it was, and we could barely find any information on it. The info that we asked Team YouTube for info, and they gave us little to no helpful information on it, and what little we did get was useless. And what little we did get, not only was it useless, but it was also on about stuff that we haven't even done. And it's a bit stupid, YouTube. It's a bit stupid that you're not providing us with any information. You see, you really could do with providing us with information so we know what it is we've apparently done wrong, how we can get the problem fixed, and how to make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah, that would actually be really helpful, but you're not giving us it. They even state, we understand you may want more information about account activity. We do want more information, but you're not giving us it to protect your proprietary detection systems. If you're on about your algorithms to detect this stuff, we know they exist, we know it's an automated system, and we know it's broken. So fix it, or get somebody to, get an actual person hired so they can monitor this stuff. And an actual person rather than automated systems. Simple. Either hire someone or fix your systems. But yeah, after we make Blog 32, nothing really happens until July the 10th, when we actually file our first appeal about this. And they tell us that they got the appeal, it had been received, and it was going to take up to a week or more to process it, okay? A week or more. And I also want to point out, with the first appeal that we filed here, and also the one that we had to file, or the one we filed back in February, we had no idea what it was actually asking of us. We didn't understand what it was actually asking. I've got the appeal thing here. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so there's 6 things we need to fill in. First one being the email that they need to reply to, so obviously we know what to put there. And then we have the 5 things. The first one is a yes or no answer that says, have you ever purchased traffic to your site, mobile app and or YouTube channel? And obviously we haven't. Well, we wouldn't know how to go about doing that, and we don't even have any money to buy anything anyway. Next question is, how do users get to your site, mobile app and or YouTube channel? We don't know. The only way we know how people get to our channel is if they actually go and put it in the comments, which in our case nobody does, because we get like 10 to 40 views a video. So we don't know how people get to the channel. And how do we promote our content? We don't. We don't promote our content at all. The next thing to fill in is, have you or your YouTube channel ever violated the AdSense program policies or terms and conditions? If so, how? Also, include any relevant information you believe may have resulted in invalid activity. Now, again, as we've stated several times now, we ourselves have not violated any AdSense policies or terms and conditions. We haven't done that. YouTube seems to think we have, but we actually haven't. Yeah, in 2 of the appeals that are filed, I've stated we haven't actually violated the AdSense policies. In the other 2, I've had to lie and say yes we have, just to see if it's actually going to make a difference, but obviously, as you can tell, it hasn't. And include any relevant information you believe may have resulted in invalid activity. If we actually had a clear idea as to what invalid activity was, that would help. And how are we able to provide information? From what little we have been able to get, it's to do with either us or loads of other people constantly clicking on the adverts on our videos. Again, something we haven't done, and if loads of other people have been doing it, we have no control over that. And some people may not even know they're actually violating any issues here, like violating anything. And we can't even tell, like as creators, we can't even tell if people do click on the adverts. We can't tell who does click on any adverts. And also loads of people, 10 to 40 people is not a lot. Next thing is, what changes will you implement to help improve ad traffic quality on your site, mobile app and or YouTube channel? What changes will we implement to improve our traffic quality? In all likelihood, probably none, because in our case, it wouldn't make a difference whatsoever. If at the moment, obviously, we don't even have adverts on videos, so we can't make a difference. We can't make any sort of change. And even if we did have adverts for whatever reason, if we did have adverts, then we couldn't. If we did make a change to try and improve it, it wouldn't make a difference because we've only got 10 to 40 people watching our videos. That's not going to make any noticeable difference. And the final thing to fill in, please include any data from your site, mobile app and or YouTube channel, traffic logs or reports that indicate suspicious IP addresses, referrers or requests that could explain invalid activity. So basically, is there anything in your channel analytics that indicates something odd? Well, if we go to the analytics, can't see anything actually helpful in this scenario. I mean, we get told how many views we make, how much money approximately we've earned. We just don't really get told anything about the actual people who view these other than the country where they come from, and even then that isn't specific, so that we can't actually provide anything useful. The closest thing we get to finding out about the types of people who watch our videos and where they come from and all that, we get this top geographies thing which tells us which countries most of our traffic comes from. One of which is even labelled as unknown region, and that's in our top 5 apparently. And it tells us the gender, like the majority gender that watches our videos. And that's it. That's all there is here. There's just nothing here that can actually, that we can actually provide to help. We've just got nothing. We've got nothing to work with here. That's what I'm trying to get at. We've got nothing to work with. But yeah, we file an appeal, our first appeal about this situation on July the 10th. We get told it can take up to a week or more to be processed. The next day, July the 11th, we get a reply saying, and I quote, "Thanks for the additional information provided in your appeal, and we appreciate your continued interest in the AdSense program. After thoroughly reviewing your account data and taking your feedback into consideration, our specialists have confirmed we are unable to reinstate your AdSense account." Yeah, in short, the appeal got rejected. The additional information, which we actually didn't have because we can't provide anything because we don't get told anything actually useful. And after thoroughly reviewing the account data, apparently they didn't thoroughly review it. Considering it got rejected, they didn't thoroughly review it. Taking feedback into consideration, our feedback of we didn't do this, we don't know what you're implying that we're doing, we don't know what you want us to give. Our specialists, aka their broken automated systems, have confirmed we are unable to reinstate your account. Brilliant. And in response to this, we make vlog 34, and on July 14th that goes up. And in that video, I alluded to something which I don't want to bring up in here. I don't want to bring up in this video because of how serious it is. But if it does get to the point, if this does carry on, I might end up bringing this up when I actually know and learn more about this. But just know this is a very serious claim, and I don't want to make it until I've got absolute solid proof of this actually being a thing, okay? But yeah, in that I specify that we in the year or just over a year that we've been with AdSense, we didn't get paid any of it. In fact, I may as well tell you how much we made, and I may as well prove it. There we go. Don't know how well you're seeing that, but there. Estimated revenue £10.26. Hopefully you actually saw that. But it does say that in the analytics, £10.26 estimated revenue. We never got paid any of it. A full year's worth of earnings which we never got paid. Now, at this point, we also find out, after browsing through a bunch of invalid click activity related articles, that they could actually potentially refund our earnings to affected advertisers. Will I still be paid out for my AdSense earnings? According to the AdSense terms and conditions, publishers disabled for invalid click activity may not receive any further payment. So basically, we never got paid any of it, and now this has happened. We may not get those earnings at all ever. They then say, where appropriate and possible, we'll refund your earnings to affected advertisers. So yeah, the £10.26 that we never got paid, that's apparently going to be going back to the affected advertisers. How it affects the advertisers negatively, I don't know, because invalid click activity is clicking on loads of ads, and clicking on adverts would theoretically increase the advertisers' earnings, so I don't know how that's negatively affecting them, so whatever, but apparently it's going to be refunded. All our earnings which we never got paid and will never get paid. Now, throughout August and September, or throughout August and the majority of September, we didn't really do anything in terms of invalid click activity. We knew it was there, but we just didn't really address it or bring it up or anything like that, or try and do anything about it. September 23rd, we decide, you know what, we need to try and get this back. So we file a second appeal and we get confirmation that they've got it. And it's literally the exact same email they sent the first time round when we filed the first appeal. So, just copy paste email and saying it's going to take up to a week or more. The next day, on the 24th, we receive a response. They tell us it got rejected again, with the exact same copy-paste email that they sent the first time round. So, at that point we thought, no, this is stupid, we need this thing fixed ASAP. So we file a third appeal, and we get the confirmation that it got received. Now, in the meantime, while we're waiting for the response this time round, we start trying to think of ways of trying to get the word out of this, or try and get extra help to try and get it resolved. Things that come to mind to try and help include FUPA, but they're mostly fixed on trying to sort out copyright and fair use issues more so than this. We've also got trying to find some way of contacting somebody at YouTube directly, but without becoming a part of the YouTube Heroes thing. There's not really any other way I can do that. Maybe another idea was trying to get in contact with a network to help, but pretty much the only network that actually try and accept us to help us would be Machinima, and we're not joining Machinima anytime soon. We're never joining Machinima. Which kind of leaves us with the last thing, which is trying to get the attention of other big YouTubers. So I decide I'll try and get Scarce's attention on it, see if he's going to report on it. Because I know around that time, or just before that, he'd been reporting on several smaller YouTubers who'd been getting videos taken down for false copyright and all that. So I figured, maybe if I can get Scarce's attention on this, maybe he might feature it in his video, get a bit of attention on it, maybe get other people to help, maybe the right people will see it and they might be able to help out, something like that. Now, obviously with Scarce being a big YouTuber, I wasn't really expecting a response, and he hasn't responded, and obviously he hasn't featured it in one of his videos yet. Well, I say yet, I don't know if he ever will. So if Scarce doesn't see it, I completely understand, but I still figure it's worth a try. But yeah, 2 hours pass, and then we get a response about the appeal. Again, it got rejected. But bear in mind, these things are supposed to take up to a week to process. A week. We got a response within 2 hours, which leads me to believe that at this stage, there's no one actually properly looking over this appeal. They just see the appeal and they're like, oh, it's these guys, oh, whatever, just, they're just not reading it properly. We're trying to tell them we don't know what we've done wrong, we don't think we have done anything wrong, you're not giving us any helpful information, we need help, we need this fixing, and they just seem to be completely ignoring us. October the 5th comes around, and then Team YouTube posts on Twitter saying that they're aware of some sort of issue where accounts are losing monetization incorrectly and are working on a fix. I see this tweet, I'm like, this could actually be it. If this doesn't fix, if the monetization issue isn't fixed with this, I just don't even know. I'll tell Jack that this is a thing. He gets excited saying that it could be fixed. You know, we're both really happy that it could possibly be fixed. Next day, October the 6th, they update saying that they've managed to find a fix, they fixed it, and all impacted channels have had monetization returned, apart from us. Obviously, they didn't actually put apart from us in their tweet, but yeah, we didn't get monetization back. Now, at this point, I'm just mad. I tweet Team YouTube saying, all impacted channels are, or clearly our channel was one of these, but we didn't get it back. And I tweet them a screenshot as proof that we haven't got it back. And they respond saying, oh, from the screenshot, it appears it's been disabled for invalid click activity. Learn more here. I respond saying, you've already given us this article, we've already read it, you know, that sort of thing. And again, just no response from them. They're just not responding. They just haven't responded. And I try and get Scarce's attention on it again, try and let him know how YouTube are just what they're doing. And I tweet him a couple of screenshots as evidence to back up my claims. And obviously Scarce, again being a big YouTuber, probably didn't see it, and he hasn't responded at all. And on October 7th, which is the day I'm actually filming this on, I decide to file a 4th appeal. I get confirmation that they got it, and within 10 minutes, they responded saying it got rejected again. Now, at this point, I'm really desperate to try and get this fixed. I've tried pretty much everything. We've tried 4 appeals now, all 4 of which have been rejected. The 4th of which within 10 minutes. I've tried telling Team YouTube directly on Twitter, to which they're responding with an article telling us what it actually is. The same article, which we've already read several times and still don't understand. They're not giving us anything to work with. We just want to know what we've done wrong, how to fix it, and how to make sure it doesn't happen again, and get the monetization back, because we lost it unfairly, and actually get paid the earnings you promised us, but never paid us. Now at this point, because I'm that mad, and that desperate, I start tweeting the big YouTubers. Like the big YouTubers that I like, who I think might, if they see it, might have a chance of talking about it at some point. Talk to me on Twitter in DMs or something, or making a full video on it, whatever. Just as long as I can get one of them to talk to me about it and see if one of them can help or address it or something, just whatever. And out of all these YouTubers, I decided to try and get the attention of Scarce, Pyrocynical, Grade A Under A, Leafy is here, Colossal is crazy, and Elvis the Alien. Now, at the time of me filming this, none of them have responded, and again, I'm not expecting any of them to respond, being big YouTubers. But if they did, that would be great. But yeah, that's about it. That's the full story basically. So, to summarise the short version of this, in June we lost monetisation for an unfair reason, for something we didn't do. We filed a total of 4 appeals, all of which have been rejected. We've been told nothing useful. Like, we haven't been told what we've done what we've done wrong in clear English that we understand. We've not been given anything to actually work with. YouTube or Team YouTube on Twitter are just not responding to some of my tweets asking for help, and I'm that desperate. I'm trying to ask big YouTubers, get their attention on it, see if they can help. Yeah, that's the short version of this. Oh yeah, also we didn't get paid £10.26. I mean, I know that's not a lot, but we never got paid any of it, and we were supposed to, and we never did. And they never told us why. They never told us when they were supposed to give us any of this earnings, or see, that's the problem with YouTube. They just don't tell us anything helpful. And to close this video out, I'm going to say, at some point in the future, I'm probably going to make like a brief vlog, kind of ranting about YouTube in a more general format. I'll mention this briefly, but I'll also mention like copyright issues, YouTube heroes, the ad-friendly guidelines, and all sorts of other stuff around YouTube that needs fixing. Yeah. I'll in the meantime, I'll keep trying to get people's attention on this, trying to get some sort of help with this to get it resolved. I'll keep trying to file appeals. I don't even know what I'm going to do after that. But like we've already mentioned, if by Christmas and New Year's, if this isn't resolved, we could potentially go on to what's currently the second channel and just carry on there. Yeah. I just don't even know what else to say now. YouTube are just demonetising us unfairly and not paying us what we're supposed to be. And we can't get it fixed, because YouTube aren't helping in any way. Yeah. That's all I can really say on the matter right now. Don't worry, normal videos will continue. Videos will continue as normal. Like, the next vlog will probably be a normal one, just talking about all sorts of random stuff. Gaming videos will continue as normal. And yeah, whenever I've got another boatload of info about this to tell you guys, or if it gets fixed, be sure to let you know. So, sorry I've dragged this on a bit longer than I should have done. I only meant to talk for about 10 minutes, dragged it on for about half an hour. Been sat here for nearly 2 hours trying to get this done, but yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hashtag stop this injustice, and hashtag make YouTube great again.